Okay, today we're going to tie a CP Caddis. All right, little beauty right there. Rides nice and low in the water, skates very well. It's called a CP Caddis. The CP stands for Carrie Pugh, a very good tire friend of mine who developed this particular fly while we were fishing together at Spruce Creek up in central PA. All right, simply a cree neck. That'll be our hackle up in the front. We want to use coastal deer hair so it doesn't flare a whole lot. So that's a nice dark coastal deer hair. The body is CDC, just one single feather. And the hook is a Arex Freshwater Series Dry Fly Light barbless hook. Any size 14 hook, dry fly hook will be just fine. All right, let's give it a whack. I've already got my thread tied in. On the CDC, we're going to tie it in by the tips. So stroke your feather back like that, get the tips nicely exposed or nicely kludged together. And then just like that. Don't be afraid to lay it up on the hook always, because a little bit of extra bulk doesn't hurt you. So do a little pinch tie in there. We'll just wrap that forward and back. We're just going to hand over hand our CDC. And if a couple of those pop out and are hanging loose like that, don't worry about it. That's good. After you catch a couple fish on this fly, some of that CDC is going to break loose anyway. And I think it actually fishes better after you've got a few of those CDC hackles drifting around. So just leave those there. Don't worry about those. The next item is going to be our coastal deer hair wing. Grab a wad about like that. Wad's a technical term, incidentally. Okay. Remember, your deer hair almost always has some little fuzz and short little hairs down in here. Just work that back and forth like that. That gets rid of those. Makes it easier to stack. So we'll drop it in our stacker. Give it a few taps. And remember, you want to take it out in the direction that you intend to tie it in. So pull it out like that. There's your tips. You grab it right by the tips like that. Got one long one hanging out there. We'll get rid of him. Tie it in with the wing just slightly past the bend of the hook like that. You can do a nice, pinch tie in there. Remember to bias it toward you a little bit so it stays on top. A couple of nice securing wraps, and there's your nice little wing. Position the thread in front. Hold up your excess material and clip it off. And then wrap through that a couple of times. That actually gives you a little more security with your wing. Okay. Got one wild one there. We'll get rid of him. Now, a Cree hackle. It doesn't hurt to over hackle these flies a little bit because they skate better and twitch them around. It works a lot better. So don't worry about the hackle being a little bit long or an extra turn. We usually clip it off. We're going to tie it in. Nice little soft loop tie in right there. 3 or 4 good solid wraps. Get it. This feather is long enough that we can hand over hand it, which I prefer to do anyway. I feel like I get better control of my tension when I hand over hand. We'll do about, there's 2, 3, there's 4. We'll just leave it right at that. Get our hackle locked in. get rid of our tip. And as per usual, I do not use head cement on my dry flies. Just a couple of 3-turn whip finishes. And there you have it. CP Caddis. A couple wild ones out in the front there. I'll cut those off. Could have just as easily left them. I don't think it makes much of a difference. So there you have it. The CP or Caribou Caddis.